Hello beautiful creatures, welcome back to Of Crafts and Curios. Yes, I'm coming in the last few hours of May to deliver my month of May mermaid for you guys. I had the crazy idea maybe Friday to start this, and it's Wednesday now that I'm posting this, so it was a last minute decision to take part in Mermay, but I had so much fun last year making my mermaid for May, and I didn't want to miss out this month despite how crazy May had been, so I thought it would be a really fun challenge to just dive in and try do something really different from my last year mermaid, as well as something from like out of my wheelhouse, something fun, something pastel, something less lost in the dark forest that I tend to lean towards. So I'm starting off with this Lagoona doll and I'm just seeing where the journey takes me. The Lagoona face sculpt really stresses me out. The eye socket is so large, but I had recently got some really cute pastel hair from AliExpress. I'll link it down below. And so I just wanted to lean into everything that is outside of my usual, start with a Lagoona base, lean towards the pastel colors, and just have fun this mermaid because it really was a last minute decision to take part and make a mermaid for May. So I wasn't really committed to a really strong idea when I started off. As always, for my skin tone change, I'm using Folk Art acrylics. They are my absolute favorite for skin tone changes. They're really opaque, you only need 1 or 2 layers, you don't need to water it down to get a really smooth finish. So I would definitely recommend checking them out. I get mine in Hobbyland here in New Zealand, but they're available at most major craft suppliers. As for the design of this doll, once I got started working with the pink and the purple, I decided I really wanted to blend them into each other and create kind of an ombre that went from pink to purple and back to pink. So I'm just going in with pink on the head and the tail and then blending it into the body. I went ahead and painted her finger webbing pink as well, just as a little highlight. Yes, she does have 2 right hands. That is the beauty of using secondhand dolls. Because Folk Art acrylic is so matte and Mr. Super Clear to seal that in just is more mattifying, I really wanted to bring back some of that glisten that you associate with mermaids, so I went ahead and used my pearlescent powders to really give her some shine and glisten back to her body. And then to build in dimension to her form, I'm using some darker pastels than the base colors to build up some shadows in places that you would naturally find them. And once completing the body shading, I'm just going in and shading her face and beginning her face up, using of course Mr. Super Clear between layers to assure really seamless finish, and if I make any mistakes I won't ruin the whole thing. With her face up, it was one of those days where nothing was going right and everything was just kind of coming off a disaster, so I just had to keep starting over and over again before I could get that kind of face shape that I was really happy with. The Lagoona eyes always are something I struggle on because in my style I prefer a smaller eye shape. So it was a challenge, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I went ahead and leaned into the fantasy element of a full sclera rather than an iris and a pupil, and I'm really happy with how this looks. I think it matches the world of my last year Mermay, and so that was kind of the saving grace of this chaotic process. And because I'm leaning into cute and pastel, I really wanted to give her some cute little pink freckles, so I'm just adding those last. With the face up at a place that I'm happy with, I am going to go ahead and add on her hair. I'm using pre-wefted hair from AliExpress. It's super soft in this cute pastel lilac-y pinky purple color. Perfect to match her kind of ombre toning I'm going with. I am just pulling it back into a ponytail to set. While the fibers set, I can go ahead and start decorating and creating her embellishments. In my mind, mermaids don't wear clothing, so I'm using diamantes and pearls to decorate my mermaid rather than creating a full outfit, and using placements that make sense for her characterization. So super cutesy, a little pearl bralette, and just some sparkles on that beautiful tail. I picked up these pearls at Spotlight here in New Zealand in the scrapbooking craft section. They have these little adhesive strips on them and they're really easy to use. They are so sticky though, so I did go ahead and coat them at the end to mattify that adhesive down. As for her hairstyling, I just pulled back her face framing bits and left the rest out beautiful, long and luscious like I imagine mermaids to be. And to complete the doll, I'm just going in and adding some glossy varnish to her eyes and lips. I also added that to her bralette to bring back that kind of shine for her pearls. I also like to add little dots all over the body of my mermaid dolls to kind of look like little water droplets are still drying on their skin. I use glossy Mod Podge for this because it is a thicker, viscous kind of consistency so that it dries kind of raised and does look like water droplets. And here we have her, my finished little pastel mermaid princess vibes. She is so beautiful and so cute. I really enjoyed doing something outside of my usual aesthetic. I think that she is such a great polar opposite to my last year's mermaid, and I'm really happy with how she turned out. There are so many beautiful mermaids on YouTube at the moment for this year's Mermay. I definitely think you should check them out if you enjoyed this video. And if you did enjoy my video, do please hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Leave me a like and a comment, hang around, check out some other doll videos if you'd like. Next weekend, I am going to be down in Hamilton, which is so exciting. I'm going to be there for their Zine Fest. So if you're in Hamilton, come and check us out. Come say hi. I would love to see you there. And in the meantime, I'm going to be prepping so hard as I'm off to Italy for the better part of 2 months. So I'm going to be trying to prepare some things for you guys to watch while I'm away seeing family and escaping the New Zealand winter. But until then, I hope to see you guys here so soon with more crafts and more curios. Thanks guys.